a goddamn week, and it's very soul-crushing. And the only matches I tend to get are actually the other poorly statistically performing group in dating apps, and that is black women. Luckily, I like chocolate, so I guess that's cool. I have a weird relationship with racism. It's a little strange. Starting with my name. So my last name, Ning, that's super duper Asian. Like, you hear that shit, you're gonna think that person's Asian. And if you don't think that, you're trying way too hard to prove you're not racist. You're creating like way more awkward situations than solving, so please cut that shit out. And secondly, another reason I really like being on stage is I can be honest. So actually, I got dumped earlier this month, and I've been feeling like total shit. And really, the timing of it by my ex was kind of savage, because I was out to dinner with friends at like a Korean steakhouse. So I had to go back in, finish dinner, pretend I didn't just receive horrible news that I just got fucking dumped. And I was also cooking the meat. So I was like, all right, don't season the steak like with your tears. Like, it's already got salt on it. Like, you don't need to. And like, I was like you know, I'm Asian, so I was like squinting my eyes more by like smiling unnaturally to like hide the tears in my eyes. I was like, yeah, it's more beef. And, the sounding white part also comes up more in my everyday life. One way I've been trying to cheer up is how far I've come from since when I started dating my ex, actually. So this was a little over a year ago. This is before I found my real job, or my current job, and I was working retail. I was working bakery at a grocery store, and I was baked as hell every day. So it was the bakery every day, and really, I had just signed up for a credit card, and I had just made a purchase to get gelato, which is just ice cream, but you have more money, so you want to show that you're not eating ice cream, you're eating something fancy that's European. So anyways, I charge it, and then not 2 hours later, I get a call from my bank. They're like, and I was like, oh, hello? And they're like, yes, is this Jonathan? I'm like, yes. They're like, we wanted to call about some suspicious activity on your account. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I just got this card. Who the fuck already got it? And so they're like, all right, did you make a withdrawal here? I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't say this part, but I was like, yeah, that was to buy weed. But I was like, okay, moving on. And she's like, all right, did you make a charge here at this place called Patango? This was the gelato place. I didn't remember that. I was just like, how much was it for? It was like for $10. And then it finally clicked. I was like, oh yeah, that's the gelato place. Yeah, it was just gelato. Now, the pause in her, before she said her next thing, said everything. Because essentially she was like, oh. Like, pretty much I know what she wanted to say there. Like, it was like, sir, according to our economic analysis based off your deposits and withdrawals, you're living in abject poverty. Gelato is rich people food. And according to, again, our economic charts, you are just not at that level to be eating gelato. Like, maybe Edie's, Briars every now and again, but you're not fucking affording that shit. And so anyways, when I was on a jump hunt later, the whiteness sounding in my voice actually came into a big factor, because this is how my usual phone interviews would go when I was interviewing for a job. Would go, okay, I just made a fucking phone sound effect, so you know I can do it. Pretend that was a fucking phone ringing and not just my asshole farting. So start off with that. So I go and I'd answer the phone. I'd be like, hello, this is Jonathan. Or they'd be like, hello, may I please speak to Jonathan? And then I'd be like, yes, this is him. And there'd always be a pause, and then they'd come back way more positive. So this is the conversation I imagine we went on, like, Bill. What is it, Jim? That Ning kid, he sounds white. What was that? I can understand him. You said his last name is Ning. Yeah. We're in fucking business. He's a diversity hire, and we can understand him because he sounds white. You fucking keep him on the phone right goddamn now. And like every time I pick up the phone, they're like, ah, yeah. And they sounded so much brighter and nicer about it. And another reason I kind of have a strange relationship with racism, aside from the whiteness of my name, yeah, by the way, my full name is Jonathan James Ning, so I think my parents did like some name math there. They're like, all right, 2 waspy names plus 1 Chinese name equals people will think he speaks English. Like, okay, this is good. So thanks, Mom and Dad, you really helped me out there. And another reason it's kind of strange, my relationship with racism, is because I'm libertarian, which means like, bigotry and racism is about half my ideology. On top of that, I don't know if you've ever actually gone back to like older media made by actual racist white people. It's quite different from what you're expecting. Like, for instance, there was an old James Bond book I was reading. I think it was Live and Let Die was the title. So it featured Bond's first black villain, Mr. Big. So, anyways, Mr. Big gets away, and at some point, Bond's just going on a huge racist tirade. Just keeps dropping the N-word. I would say it, but I'm a good old Asian boy from Northern Virginia. I have no fucking business saying that shit. So, anyways, Q like interrupts him. He's like, 007, it's the modern age. The proper term is now Negro. And without missing a beat, Bond's response is, what happens when I want some gin? Do I tell the barkeep I'd like a G-grow of gin? And then they were like, oh, 007, you have quite the wits. Like, the most haughty, like, richest white person laugh I can imagine. Anyways, that looks like that's my time, and hope you all enjoyed. And this wasn't a thing about white guilt, just be a little more conscious than James Bond in the fucking 50s.
Yeah!